What's up? What's up? What's up? Tune in to another show of full value. We're here today, Friday. We're coming off a 3-0 day in the MLB. We're coming off a 0-2 day in CFL and WNBA. It's just WNBA. We had a bad day in WNBA. But all in all, to say, we're here to bounce back. If you guys don't follow the other stuff, you guys, I know some of you guys don't. If you just follow the MLB, then you're a big winner, and shout out to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And thanks for watching. Hit that like button when you guys tune in. But it's Friday. Get that money, and we're about to hit up this slate of games. We have a couple slates. We have a couple things going on here, and we got the first game: Toronto Blue Jays versus the Orioles. The Orioles. We got Brooks. He's 2-4 with a 5.46 ERA against Front. He's 2-0. Now Front, these are the type of dudes that they play good, they play not bad, but the over under is at 11.5. Toronto is on a 1-2 winning streak, 4-game winning streak. You guys would never believe that. And now they're trying to sweep these Orioles. Okay, they swept KC, and I think they keep it going. Honestly, I really do think keep it going. With this guy, I know there's two shit teams. Aaron Brooks. The lineup we have Bichetti. He'll be the first person on. I have to go with my Toronto right now. This weekend is a nice weekend. Toronto. Everybody's gonna do what they do. And I got Toronto today. I think they sweep Baltimore, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna be like, oh shit, Toronto's pretty nice. Well, don't they're not going to playoffs or anything, but I think this is easy money though. We got Red Sox and Yankees. We got Rodriguez on the mound, 13-4 against Paxton, 5-6. Paxton, he hasn't been playing too well. He's been letting runs. He hasn't been playing himself. And Rodriguez, he been playing stellar. The last starts he been playing, he hasn't allowed more than 5 runs. But today is a different day. If you guys been watching Boston, they're they're playing the way they're playing is like they want to go in the playoffs, but I don't know if they want to be in the playoffs. Like they say that they're speaking all the good words, but when it comes to playing, they're not playing how they're speaking. You know, so in saying all that, now they're playing a Yankees team that they didn't do any trades on the deadline. They said they're gonna keep with their pitching staff that they have. And Paxton, he's one of the worst pitchers that they have. This guy, he just lets up runs, but the Yankees managers and all that, they believe in him. So in saying all that, basically the breakdown and all that, these guys are two trash pitchers. Paxton, he's allowing 10 home runs. In his last 5 games, he has 11.0 ERA. And we have Rodriguez. He gets hit from New York, but on his side, he gave up what 4.77 ERA, around 5 earned runs in his last 5 games. If I do the math right there, that's about what 16, 17 runs. The over under is 10. Boston is 7-0 in Boston is 7-0 in the overs. I gotta pick the over in Boston. And are you talking about run lines, Jose? You're talking about Minnesota, Cleveland, Philly, and Houston run lines -1 or straight money lines? Because they're all the major juices up there, and I think at least 2 of them is going to lose today, and Philly might be one of them because Philly has the pitcher Vargas from the Mets. He's starting, right, and The Mets is on fire, right? The Mets traded Vargas. Vargas is the only one who got traded. Why is that? Obviously, they know something we don't know, and now he's doing his starting against White Sox. I think White Sox come up and win this game, and Vargas has a bad start, opening debut. That's what I think, right? But I do have a play in that game, and I think that game goes under. I think 10 is too much. The White Sox haven't scored more than 4 runs in the last, what, 6 games, and Nova, he's good. Like, you guys already know. If you've been watching, you guys know I like Philly not to hit and Philly games under because they just don't do that. And the additions they did was pitching additions, not batting additions. So, Pirates is not winning today, man. We could go against each other. But Pirates, you know how much suspensions Pirates have? Come on, man. Who's Pirates gonna win with? They have nobody, you know? And Mets, the last time these guys played these guys was last week. They swept them. And they had people in that game, right? And yeah, I feel it, but I'll rather go with the under in the Phillies game than back in Vargas. I don't like the pitcher. That's just me personally. I see Vargas. I don't like his game, and he would have to show me. He would have to show me today that the Mets made a wrong decision for trading him. So basically in that Phillies game, which was up next, I got the under in that game, the under 10.5. The Pirates game, we got Mets. They're 7-0. They're on a winning streak, and they're not gonna lose on this road trip. I doubt it till they go back home. You know, you look at it like that. I'm telling you. So let's break it down. Let's break it down. So now the last time these guys played, okay, that was at home. Mets was at home. They basically rocked these guys. Then they went to White Sox, rocked these guys. Now they have what, 3 games last on the road trip. There's a 6 game road trip. They're 3-0 on the road trip, and they're playing a team that's already 18. Hold on, let me make it straight. 18-37 at home. 18-37, or I think they won less games than that. Let me make sure I have my facts straight. What is these guys? They're 23-27 so far at home against a team that's fucking 7-0 hot right now. Come on, you bet against the hot streak? That's your money, not mine. But I advise you, don't bet against that hot streak, man. On top of a deployed team, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But that play, I got the Mets for sure, for sure, for sure. I got the Mets. Next game we got what we got next. Angels and Cleveland. This is a game. Angels not good on the road, right? Clevenger is 5-2. Peters he's 2-0. 3.06 ERA against a 3.28 ERA. Okay. These guys, Cleveland, they did a few trades. They got Pug and Reyes, 2 big batters, and I see the Cleveland offense about to get a big boost, right? Cleveland, their pitching staff is good. Their bullpen is the best in the league. Okay. Clevenger, he improved. He has a 1.74 ERA with 41 strikeouts in July. He been playing good because they don't want you to pick the Mets. That's why. They want you to think Pirates have a chance, right? They're hot, so they have to make it even. And Mets is not Mets is not a good team, you know. But Mets is playing for playoffs. What's Pirates playing for? You know what I'm saying? I'll wait. What's Pirates playing for? And not only is Pirates playing for nothing, who do they have? You know? Come on. Come on. You're playing against a hot team that's trying to get into playoffs, that's playing against a beat up team that have no players. You know? I don't know, man. Like that equation doesn't if like, you don't feel Nets pick Pittsburgh. Do your thing. I don't advise you not to, you feel that you capped it good too, then cap it, but I feel that's a dangerous pick. Like if I'm leaning that way, there's plenty other games that I would pick other than that, you know what I'm saying? Especially with the situation that they're in at the moment. That's the only reason that I'll stay off it is because of the situation that they're in, And baseball at this time of the year with the All-Star break finishing and all that, this is all playoffs now. Like your focus is on playoffs now. So, you know, I don't know what else to tell you about that. For me, it's Mets, you know? For me, it's Mets. Now, Clevenger, he's 3-0 in his 5 career starts against the Angels. 2 of them were non-decisions. He allowed them to score. He around average of 3.29 ERA against these guys. Pujols, he's 0 for 11 against these guys. Trout, he's 1-8. So basically, the big hitters on the Angels don't hit this guy. Okay, Cleveland -1 looks very juicy. Okay, and I see, I see the you see the Cleveland with all their trades, all their things that they've been doing. I think is going to pay off, and Angels is not even good at home, which makes it even more appealing. I think Keminger goes 5-0, and well, in his last 4 starts, is his 5th start now. It's 5-0, right? So he's going to be 6-2 after today, and I think they abuse the Angels, and I'll take Cleveland -1. Next game we got the Cincinnati with the Braves. Wood against Guzman. Now Wood, he's coming home, okay, and he basically he lived in Atlanta. He grew up there. He played on this team. Now he's having his next opportunity in the big leagues, and now he's in Cincinnati Reds. Guzman, on the other hand, he's not a good pitcher. Okay, this guy is 0-2 against the Reds, and he also sporting a 14.63 ERA against these guys. So basically, he gets hit. Okay, and Wood, I like these type of stories. I like these guys that come from nothing, get trashed. You know what I'm saying? The team where he comes from, or the city he comes from, tells him he's not amount to nothing. He's not going to be good in the leagues. They give him a chance, then they cast him away, and then he comes back with more motivation than ever. You know what I mean? I like those type of things. He is 2-3 with a 4.68 ERA in 25 innings over 5 starts. Right? He's making his 6th career start against Atlanta, but okay, who would you rather have on your side? A guy that's yielding 14.63 ERA against this team, or a guy that yields 4.668 ERA, and that's facing his hometown with his family in the crowd, and it's the weekend, you know, and he gets to come back and prove that he's back from his surgery because he got hurt. This is why he got hurt in his back, right? So he's back from his surgery. Everything's okay, and they should have stayed with him. Come on, I like the Reds. I like the Reds on the money line. I think this is like one of my underdogs of the day. I like the Reds, and I like the Reds to really and they got robbed last night because of the rain. So they didn't even have a chance to come back in that game when Atlanta won yesterday. Not taking anything away from them, but I see the Reds winning this here today, and I got the Reds on the money line. And next game we got Tigers and Rangers. We got Alexander on the mound against Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn is the Rangers ace. This is why the juice is so much, okay? Because of the aces on the mounds and the people that's playing against them. Like, for example, the Tigers, we can't name anybody on the Tigers right now. The Tigers is the worst team in the MLB, okay? And they got even weaker by trading everybody, okay? Now, this obviously is a no-brainer, obviously, right? It's obviously Rangers or nothing. Rangers are trying to go above 50%, right? And not only are they trying to go above 50%, these guys have a chance to do it with their ace on the mound at home against the worst team in the league. Okay? But the juice, if you look at the juice, you have to pick the Rangers at minus like 3 to make money. And I feel if I give this as a play to you guys, I feel I'm cheating you guys. So like I'll give it as a parlay. That's a play you put as a parlay, 100%. 100%. If it loses, I would do it 5 times again. But that's not a play you put like, official play you put your house. Like, you know what I mean? You're not going to make money off this cuz everybody knows what's going to happen tonight. So that's a play you put on a parlay. But for show purposes, I got Texas for sure. Texas for sure. That's a no-brainer. Texas loses here, I'm gonna be shocked, you know. But I don't see them losing here. Next game we got is Minnesota Twins versus the Royals. This is another juiced up play. Okay, Jose. Yeah, like I'm telling you. These guys are all juiced up because of the who's pitching. Do you see the Perez 8-4 with a 4.38 ERA? Sparkman, he's 3-7 with 5.25 ERA. Who the fuck is Sparkman? Like, come on. You know? The Twins, they're happy to be home. They're first in the league right now. You know? They lost against the Marylands in a big showdown inning, which upset me, but shit happens. And now they're playing KC, and KC ain't that good. Okay? KC is a team, they're 40-70. They're not going to nothing. They got swept by the Blue Jays, and in the last 3 games, they haven't scored more than 3 runs. So what are they gonna do here? Are they gonna score runs here? I doubt it. But this is a game I like the under. Why? Because if they haven't scored more than 3 runs, that means the Twins have to score 10 runs to get the over to 11.5 to get it to 12. I don't see the Twins here getting 10 runs. The Twins couldn't even get 6 runs against a Mariners team, and that's Miami. Okay, so I think yes, they're number one in the league, all that, but the over, I think the over is a little too much. I think they're disrespecting the Royals in that sense. So I like the under in this game. Next game, Lambert versus Anderson. If you guys have any like special games or anything, just let me know. And hit that like button if you can, please. We well appreciated. We got Anderson and Lambier, 2-2 against a 3-3, 5.06 ERA against a 5.67 ERA. The over under is 14.5. I tell you this right now. Before I even break down these pitchers, one rule you guys need to understand and always remember. Never, ever take it under at Coors Field. Okay? The way the arena is shaped and made, okay, balls tend to fly out, especially when it's windy. Okay? Never ever take it under. Even if the under hits, go to the over again. Just if you take anything from me, anything you remember from me speaking to you guys, never take it under at Coors Field. No matter how high this number looks. It might even go to 20. Don't take the under. Just don't bet it. Don't bet it. Okay? In this game though, we have a hot Giants team. Anderson's on the mound. Giants at one point, could you believe the Giants weren't in the race for the playoffs? Now they are. At the beginning of July, Colorado was in a playoff race. At the end of July, Colorado is not in the playoff race. Colorado had their worst statistical month last in July, 6-19. Like, come on. They went from 4 games above 50% to almost 10 games under 50% and out the playoff race. Could you believe that? Now they come home against a hot team. Okay. We have we have a Giants team. Okay. Lambier, he's 2-2 with a 5.67 ERA. But right, since then, since his first two starts that he won in June, he was 0-2 with a 7.15 ERA. Okay. Now, 7.15 ERA, he kept that average in 7 starts. Could you believe that shit? The man's only 2-2. The man started 7 times. That means they couldn't even give him the man had non-decisions. He couldn't last long enough to get a decision. They had to take him out, you know? Now, in this situation, I see a hot team against a cold team, and the line been moving all day. So for me, it's Giants or nothing, and also the over. I like the over in this game, over 14. I see this game going way over, and I like the over in this game, and I like the Giants on the plus money. But the official play, you know, I give you guys because the line moving so much. I'll give you guys the over, you know. But hold on, let me check. Let me just make sure. Give me a sec. Make sure the line movement. What was it? The San Fran. Oh shit! San Fran is dogs. Oh shit! San Fran opened as a favorite and is dogs now. Minnesota Twins. I like Twins by 2. So yes, for sure, I like the money line. If you're putting down a parlay or whatever, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. I don't see the Twins losing against no Royals. They have Perez on the mound, you know, and I like the Giants here. Giants open up as favorites and now dogs. That is crazy. That line move is sick. For sure, this game is going over. But yeah, I lean to both of them. Anyways, I'll get back to those games. Next game, Ross versus Young, but Young got switched for Ruby Ray. Now, Diamondbacks, they traded Granke. Now they have Ruby Ray as the ace against Ross. This game also been playing very funky because there's a lot of line movements here. Washington opened up as underdogs, but then favors then underdogs. But Washington hasn't been too good. They've been getting shellacked. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Diamondbacks, on the other hand, if you guys know anything about the Diamondbacks, They're not really good at home. They're better on the road. And the Diamondbacks is a team that makes you scratch your head sometimes. You know? So that game, Ruby Ray as an ace, Washington, Ross with an 0-3 record, almost a 9.85 ERA. I would have to look at Ruby to win this game. The reason why is not even it's not even a back of Diamondbacks or even a fade of Washington. It's straight back in Ruby Ray because they showed interest and faith that we want you to be the ace. So Ruby Ray now is going to have to show them that yeah, you made the right decision. Instead of trading me, you trade Granky, and I'm gonna show you this could be my team. You know what I mean? So that's why I like Diamondbacks in this one. So I like Diamondbacks. And I'm gonna pick Diamondbacks. Next game, Lower versus May. So this is Dodgers prospect. He's making his Dodgers debut, which we had Dodgers last night, which we cashed on. And the Padres, Padres don't really hit. But I see this game. The over under is at 9.5. I see this game going over, but whether or not May does good or not, I see Dodgers rolling again. So Dodgers -1 will be my play again, and I'm going back to the well, which I had them yesterday, and I'm going to have them again today. So my plays in the MLB is Dodgers -1. We got the Diamondbacks. I'll give you guys the over in the Rockies game. Twins. Houston and Mariners. Shit, I didn't cap that. That's the biggest favorite on the board. Kikuchi against Miley. This would have to go over for me, but also Kikuchi and the Mariners. What scares me about their over, they don't hit, man. They don't hit, but Kikuchi is very vulnerable, very vulnerable. As the Astros have new players, the line move opened at 9.5, then it went up to 10. Okay, the Mariners, they just lost against the Rangers 9-7. Why wouldn't this game go over with Kikuchi on the mound? I like the over in this game. So Houston, Kikuchi, over 10. Rangers and Tigers, I'm not gonna give any play in that. Well, the under, I would lean to the under. Cincinnati, I like the Reds here on the money line. Indians here on the -1. Mets, Mets is the play of the day. Philly, under. Yeah, I see Houston. I see Houston fucking these guys up. The only two high favorites I'm afraid of would be in your parlay would be the Phillies and Cleveland, right? If you're doing -1s. Minnesota and Houston, they're teams that if they like you're obviously not going to pick the other side, So if they lose, you have to man up and take the loss like a man. You know what I mean, type of thing. So that's how you have to look at it. There's certain teams that you bet because you're willing to lose on them, whether or not it's right or wrong. But you wouldn't do it no other way. You know what I mean? So in certain when it comes to those type of plays, it's either you go with it or you don't go with it, you know? But now you have to look at it, all the juice and all that shit too, right? So if you're looking at it like that, I would pick all money lines. If you're making a parlay, you put all money lines and just, put a little juice on it, you get a little payout. If you want the extra money, you put the 1.5s or the plus 1.5s on the ones you're not sure about, you know? But the money lines, those are the top teams, they should win. Like they should win. How they're gonna win, I don't know how they're gonna win. But they should win with their aces on the mound. I mean, now we got we're gonna jump into CFL, okay? I'm gonna cap my hometown Montreal Alouettes. We got the Alouettes against Ottawa. The spread opened at 7.5. Montreal, we played these guys already and we gave them a whopping 36-19. Ottawa's 2-4. They're right under us. We're 3-2. This is a game that I hate to say it, but we could finally win football games, Montreal. We traded a bunch of people. We have a bunch, like, I can't even tell you who's on our roster. Okay? But what I'll tell you about our roster is that we're playing better than last year. And what else I could tell you about our roster is that we're better than Ottawa. And the last time we seen Ottawa, we gave them a whopping 7.5. I don't think does justice for them. And are you talking about Houston Twins Cleveland money line or minus ones, Jose? Now, the Calgary, Ottawa's home. Calgary, they covered that spread. That spread was high, though. That was like almost a 10.5 spread. They only managed to score 16 points. They're not really producing. These guys are on a 4-game losing streak. In their 4-game losing streak, they scored no more than 19 points. They scored 14, 19, 1, and 16. Okay? Only one of the games went over in those 4 games, and that was the Montreal game. Okay? Now, they played Montreal in a preseason. It was tied. They play Montreal now in Montreal, and I think Montreal is going to come out and smoke these guys. Montreal is 2-0 at home. They're on a 3-game winning streak against a team that's 0-4 with a 0-1, 0-1 in the division, 1-1 away. I like Montreal in this game. I also like the under in this game. 53.5 is kind of crazy. That's a lot of points. A lot of points for a team that only had 19 points, as highest in their last 4 games, which means we're dependent on Montreal to score about 30 points, right? If they score 19, Montreal has to score over 30 points to get over 53. So in saying all that, I like Houston Twins. Yeah, I'll put a little change on that. I'll put a little change on the run lines for all 3 of them on the run lines. You know, not my whole bankroll though, but Houston Twins and Cleveland on a little run line. I put a little change on that. This Ottawa Montreal game, I got that game under 53.5. I got the under. I like the unders. I like that under. The last game we got in the WNBA, Washington versus Seattle. This is a marquee matchup. Number 1 offensive women's basketball team against the number 1 defensive women basketball team. You guys make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like, we're here in full effect. It's Friday, TGIF. Hope you guys are spending time with your families on the weekend and all that. Cash in. And making smart bets and money management is very important. So I hope you're managing your money very well. Please, 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 please do so. And don't do nothing crazy. Don't do no crazy. Don't bet your children or your houses. You know, it's not a sprint. This game's a marathon. And you could honestly be successful in this shit. Trust me. Honestly can. Honestly can. But back to this capping. This WNBA, number one offensive team against the number one defensive team. We got a team that's 4-2 in their last games, which is Washington Mystics, but they're also 2-4 in their last games against the Spurs. Played since last week, right? Last week, Tuesday. Now, is the layoff, so they had 10 days off basically. Is the layoff going to affect these guys? That's the question. Are they? Are they not? We have a team that's not good against the spread, and we have a team that's dominant and forces turnovers. Number one in turnovers, they average around 18.5 turnovers. I'll give you guys a crazy stat. The Mystics is second in the East, right? They're 13-6. They're a top team, but they're top two in turnovers in the fourth quarter, and that's why they are on the top, the bottom five of covering spreads, because they'll be whipping your ass the whole three quarters, and then the fourth quarter comes and they tend to turn the ball over a lot. And now they're playing a team that is number one at forcing you to turn over the ball against a team that just turns over the ball just because, like, you know. So in saying all that, I don't see them covering the spread here. They have the spread at 5.5, 6.5 some places. If you could get it still at 6.5, but yapping at Seattle plus the points, at my book, I have it at 5.5, which I'll still be getting it at. If they put it at 4.5, that's the lowest I will go. Anything else, I wouldn't go anymore. But 5.5, Seattle at home, I think that's a gift. And I'm gonna play that. So the plays we got for you guys today. We're trying to bounce back from yesterday. We had an awful day in WNBA yesterday, awful day in CFL yesterday, but MLB we went perfect yesterday, so that was the bright side. Today we're trying to do even better, and we got Seattle plus the 5. We got the under in the CFL game, and we got Dodgers, Diamondbacks, over in the Giants, Twins, Cincinnati, Mets, under in the Phillies, over in the Red Sox, Toronto. Yeah. Basically, I got to play on every game. And those are the plays. Hit the link on the bottom. We got follow on Twitter at KWilliams811. On Insta, Kobe Williams. Was Friday. We're trying to finish you guys off with some winners. Thank you guys for tuning into the chat. Shout out to Deanna Smith, Jose Reyes. Shout out to you guys for joining the chat today. I appreciate it. Thanks for the like, share. Let's cash today. I'll see you guys on Monday. I'm gonna post these plays and share to all your friends. Let them know if you guys you're winning. Let them know where you guys get it from, and we out here. You know, is no shame in expanding this full value family. Thank you guys for watching, and let's beat those bookies. Every dollar matters, guys. Have a great weekend, and make sure you spend time with your family. Peace.